Good morning all. It's now Wednesday morning, although this one will be coming to you on Thursday. Late finish last night means I didn't bother uploading the video because when I upload them late, no one seems to see them. So we're a day behind. Currently, first job this morning is back on fresh grass for the AD plant. It's been left for quite a few weeks now to allow the grass to grow again. Obviously with the dry weather and the conditions we've had this year, the grass has been up and down in terms of when it's growing. But we've cut 2 fields this morning, and Will's just picking them up now. We've got a couple tractors and trailers in the field, and Harry has just dropped the mowers off. He's mowed these 2 fields, he's literally just dropped them off, so I've missed his work, but we'll catch up with Will now and see how he's getting on. Those of you that watch regularly will obviously know the rows of grass you'll see here aren't big rows at all. The grass is cut very regularly, so it never gets to the point where you've got big rows like you would see on a decent cut of silage. In terms of this year, I think this is either the 5th or 6th time this field's been cut. It allows the AD plant to feed it fresh, which ties in nicely with their diet for the other things that they're feeding. And for those interested, once the fresh grass kind of finishes, this may well be the last run around the fresh grass, depending on how it grows and what the conditions are like in October. We will obviously start harvesting beet in the winter, and the AD plant feed beet as well, which replaces fresh grass in their diet. For those of you that might be interested, we did a few videos either last week or the week before of stitching in some grass seeds into this using the horse avatar. So you can see those grass seeds are starting to come up now. Hopefully they'll patch the field up nicely and allow us to carry on for another couple of years. The grass is in without having to reseed the whole field. So if I show you here, you can see they're all starting to come up, which is good. We'll come back and just check on how it's looking over the next few weeks, but looking very promising at the moment. And it looked as though it was doing a good job when we were using it, but just walking through the field, it's yeah, hopefully done exactly what we wanted it to. And we'll see a bit of improvement in terms of what the grass fields are looking like, because yeah, they were at the point where they were looking a little bit bare. So we'll check on that progress and see what the plant wants to do in terms of fresh grass feeding over the next couple months, because if the conditions allow, we've been known to cut into November, but obviously with it being southwest England, you can pretty much guarantee that by then we'll have had plenty of rain, and you don't want to mess up your fields. And the fields even now, you wouldn't want them to be too much wetter for picking up grass. There's no sense in tearing the fields up for taking off this grass, so kind of wary of that at the same time. but at the moment it's coming off okay. So we just spent quite a while trying to find this piece of wire which the forager's metal detector was obviously stopping it going. It knew it was in there somewhere, but we could not find it. Just like multiple attempts, but finally it did pop it back out. Bit annoying, but saves it flying through the machine. So we'll leave these guys to it now. Will's just still filling Andrew's tractor and trailer down there. Josh is back in the field for the last trailer. You can see there's a few tracks being made. This is about as wet as you'd want it to get. So obviously you want that field to recover. So we're marking it, but we're not making ruts, which is the main thing. So we'll leave them to it for now, and we'll see what else we get up to for the rest of the day. We have been discussing whether or not to carry on with the maize from yesterday, even though it's not quite as fit as we'd like it to be. The AD plant are quite happy for it to come in at that dry matter, so we'll have a little discussion and decide whether or not we think it's worthwhile with all things considered and what the weather's looking like and condition of the ground. There's more than one factor at play as to whether or not to carry on, so we'll have a think about that, and obviously if we do go, you'll see it. A little update from where we are in the silage clamp, just showing you how much material has come in so far. We've done about 150 odd acres to this point, so it is starting to fill. You can see it's starting to be fed as well. Needs to be a little bit of work done to get that side sheet back up. The wind's wreaking havoc with that one a little bit. So we are cracking on with that block of maize from last night. Had a think about it, and it's probably better that it comes off. We've taken out the two fields against the road, so it would mean if it did get heavy downpours on it, you're going to make a tremendous mess coming back across those fields. So we're going to crack on harvesting. The likelihood is we will send all trailers out on that same track, so that in terms of compaction, there'll be just those ruts to pull back up, and with the subsoiler later on down the line, and we're not tearing up an entire field. So yeah, we'll catch up with what Will's up to, and hopefully the rain stays away and this block comes off quite nicely. Obviously everything that comes off while it's dry just helps that next process along when it comes to drilling the next crop. We've got a decent view here of how close we are to the pit we're harvesting to. So just here you see Dad buck raking. This field's just been taken off. As you can see, still coming off, decent ground conditions. Yeah, not too wet at all, so we're quite happy at the moment. We'll just head into this field that they're cutting, check on progress here, and after this one I think there's one more in this block, and then we've got a farmer just about a mile up the road. His maize due to be done tomorrow, so we probably won't be going anywhere else after this, as the next blocks we've got a bit more of a distance away, and logistically getting out there and coming back again probably won't work out by the time we finish this. You can see the gateway here, a little bit of a wet spot for sure, so this field may well be coming off a little bit wetter than the last couple. but it looks, again, like once you're in the field, we're not doing too bad. So we'll just have to make sure that the tractors use one run that way, one run this way. And while it might leave you with some ruts, it's only 2 sets that need to be pulled up rather than multiple. So Andrew's through. You can see it's reasonably wet in there, but if everyone uses the same track, no one should be getting stuck and we should be fine. We're just coming around this top corner. I just had a look on Operations Centre. This is coming off at 28.5%. So we're a couple percent lower than we'd ideally like to be. Good shot there of the AD plant in the background and also Dad's tractor up on the pit. So Flynn's on his way out. Next trailer is being filled. For those of you interested, I believe the variety grown in this block is Perez, which we've grown for years, to be honest. There's a couple varieties that we grow quite a lot of acres of and that we have for a long time. And I think sometimes with maize varieties, it's new varieties that seem to be quite fashionable come around, and that if people knew that we grew a lot of Perez and Agri, they'd probably question it a little bit. But when a variety performs well for you, and it kind of always has, it's difficult to go with something else, especially in a large acreage, and run the risk of it not turning out as you expect. We obviously do try smaller acreages of certain varieties, but each year there tends to be a decent amount of Perez and a decent amount of Agri grown. So I was actually wrong. There's actually three more fields left. Will's just finishing that field we've been in. So I forgot about this little 1.2 hectare field at the edge of the block. So yeah, we've 3 more fields, about 24 acres left of this block. Again, just looking in here, it's looking like, and I know after about 6 weeks, our agronomist Neil did ask whether a different variety went in this field, because it was much further forward than the rest, and Will didn't think so, but the more I kind of look at it, it does look a little different, a bit of a red colour coming through it. So I'll ask Will what he thinks once he harvests it, whether it's performing any different, and potentially this field was a different variety to the rest. I know that, yeah, early doors, Neil definitely thought that it was quite a way in front of the rest, even though it had all been drilled on the same day. He thought maybe we had come in here and drilled some early, which wasn't the case. So it'll be interesting to see how this little field does in comparison. Like I say, it looks slightly different, but I might not have as keen an eye as some other people. So just an update from the clamp now. You can see it's filling up quite nicely. Andrew's just tipping his load. Got the next one pulling onto the weighbridge. Sorry if that wind's coming through on the video. It's really picked up in the last half an hour. So we're going to call it a day there. The guys are very close to finishing that maize now. So they'll be back shortly. We've got Ant up there just tidying up the road, just to clear off any of the mud that might have tracked onto the road a bit. And yeah, that'll be today's harvest done. Like I say, tomorrow we've got a local customer who's going, so we'll be there for that as well and see what the rest of them are up to at the same time. Yeah, there should be plenty to show you for the next couple of days. So thank you for watching today, and thanks for all your support and your comments and liking and sharing the videos, and I'll see you tomorrow.